What is going on, guys? Eminent here today, and what I want to talk about is my scariest life experiences. I actually have two, so let's just get into it right now. The first one would be probably it happened about 4 years ago. I was at my grandma's, and we used to go there every day during the summer because it was kind of like our daycare. And the thing about it is, it was always a safe place to go, and I really just enjoyed going. I learned how to ride a bike that summer. Everything was going great. And then out of random one day, it's about 9:30 in the morning, my grandma's cutting grass, and the cops pull up. So, I'm pretty terrified because I'm like 9 or 10 and the cops are right there. So, I didn't like that at all. And, like, they asked us if we had heard anything weird. And we were like, no, not that we know of. And I guess I thought it was suspicious or something like that. So, they started questioning me. They were like, do you have a gun or anything? I was like, I don't have a gun. I don't even know how to shoot a gun. And they're like, oh, okay. So, then they tell us what happens. And they're like, okay, so there was somebody in your woods, ma'am. Which they were talking to my grandma, of course, because they don't call me ma'am or fuck them up. Just kidding, I don't mess with cops like that, man. Anyways, they asked my grandma, like, have you heard anything weird, ma'am? And my grandma was like, no. And they asked us if we heard anything weird. By us, I mean me and my sister. No, we hadn't heard anything weird either. We had been out there apparently when this did happen, and we didn't hear anything. But apparently somebody had shot a gun, like, just came out of my grandma's woods, shot a gun in someone's car, and then started running. So they thought it was us. And then after they quit questioning a 9-year-old, they actually went out and they looked down the street and he was running, so they caught him, okay? Like, why are you questioning a 9-year-old about this? I don't even know how to shoot a gun. It was like a rifle or something, dude. The most a 9-year-old would probably have in his hand is like a little BB pistol. Ain't no freaking caliber gun or I don't even know, man. It was just weird, and they thought it was me, which really just made me mad because I didn't do anything, and I hate getting accused for things I don't do. But the second thing, I mean, well, not really the second thing, because I'm gonna get in the second story in a minute, but it just made me mad, and I was scary. It was probably really scary for me at the time, and it's still kind of scary when I think about it, because there was somebody with a gun. And I was planning on going in those woods in about a minute, so I'm glad the timing turned out the way it did, because if I would have went in those woods, you would have saw like a 9-year-old dead on the ground with a bullet in his head because he was riding a bicycle. That wouldn't have been a good thing. But basically, yeah, that was that, and I was pretty much scared to go to her house the rest of the summer. Not because I didn't think I was safe there, but I just thought somebody was going to kill me. But yeah, so there's that. The second story, which is not as scary as you think it would be when I'm like explaining it, but if you were there, you probably would have been pretty scared yourself. So my dad moved in to this place probably about 9 months before this happened, and we had I used to go there every weekend because I live with my mom, and so we were there, and I was playing like COD 4 because my Xbox was there too, so I got to play my Xbox like every weekend. I think I've explained this before, but basically we were like sitting there, and I was playing my Xbox. Me and my dad used to take turns playing Xbox because he even played it too. And basically we were there, and he was playing Xbox with me, and then it was storming really bad. So I mean, I took a risk. Like, I don't know if you can get electrocuted that way, but I think you can. I'm not sure though. But basically, we were playing Xbox, and everything was going great. And then a tree fell, like just out of random. Well, actually, it was storming, so I guess it wasn't out of random. But a tree just fell. And since we lived in city limits, like right in the middle of the city, when it hit the power line in front of our house, like everybody's power went out, including ours. So it sucked, right? You wouldn't, I mean, me without power is pretty bad because I love, power and energy and stuff like that because I can play my video games, stuff like that. So yeah, but we were there, and of course it gets dark, but it's in the summer. This happens at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I still have 4 hours for this power to come on before it gets dark because I really just don't like the dark. I'm not scared of the dark, but I'm scared what's in the dark. That's the thing about it. But, so it's about 9 o'clock, so, it's already dark, and my dad, lights the candles up, and he says, if the power's not on in about an hour, we'll just go to your uncle's house. So, we were planning on going to my uncle's house. And, basically, my dad puts candles everywhere, so we can still see, and we're not going to run into walls every 5 seconds, but, yeah, he has candles everywhere. We plan on, we're planning on blowing those out in about an hour and going, because I didn't want to be in the dark any longer. But my dad, to mess with us the last hour we're there, he gets this cane. And I remember the cane. I remember the freaky little wooden ass stick. I don't even know what to call it. It was just really freaky, because it had weird patterns on it. And he said he could, raise spirits with it and stuff. And it was there when we first moved there, so I thought he was serious. I didn't know, because my dad doesn't like that. But apparently he knows what that stick does, and I was scared. But he starts doing stuff, and it was weird. Like, it wasn't a real thing, of course, but like, he starts doing stuff, and it scares me, and nothing was gonna happen. But when at 9 years old, you kind of believe everything that you hear. So I was sitting there like freaked out, and my dad kept doing this. Then I start hearing really weird noises. My dad too. So he just puts the cane down, because we don't want to hear no weird noise. We don't need anything jumping out at us. It was pretty freaking scary, like, honestly. But by the end of it, like by 10 o'clock, we ordered pizza. We were gonna bring the pizza to my uncle's house. The power turns on. We get our pizza. I play COD for the rest of the night, but I'm scared to death. Because the thing about it is, to go into my room at my dad's house, I always stayed up late because I never got to play Xbox except for on the weekend. So I used to stay up till about 5 o'clock in the morning. And I never will ever forget this. I never want to walk by my dad's room, because if I do, he's gonna wake up and he'll be mad. So I didn't. Like, normally I slept on the couch. That's exactly what I did again. That was a bad decision, because I kept hearing noises in the kitchen, like, and it sounded like somebody was eating something. So I was like freaked out. Like, I was probably about to cry, and literally I just fell asleep right there. Like, I told myself I was sleeping. I closed my eyes, and that's all I remember. But yeah, that was probably stupid on my part, because there would have been something in there. I would have died. But fortunately for me, there was nothing in there. But yeah, so that really isn't a scary story. It's kind of really scary for me to like go over it again. But it was really just suspenseful, I guess, in like my own world. But basically, yeah, those are my scariest life experiences. If you think you have worse ones, which I'm pretty sure you do, because mine aren't that bad, comment below your scariest experiences, and don't forget to like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you're new. This has been Imminent, guys. Peace out.